Halito Chimichukma, this is Chief Steve coming at y'all with another episode of True Story. We got a really interesting one for you guys today, but before we get into it, you know what to do. Hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell as well, so whenever I drop these bombs, you'll be the first ones to grab them. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, so this is coming out of Arizona. Like I said, this is the local Channel 12 News, NBC, in Arizona. And it says that the Navajo Nation Council calls for action as its members reportedly are detained in ICE deportation raids. ICE deportation raids. Native Americans are being detained by ICE during deportation raids. Right? Very interesting. The article goes on to read, the committee called on the Navajo Nation president to address concerns and issues about ICE raids in Arizona and neighboring states. And credit the author, Gabe Trujillo, and this was published on the 24th of January and updated on the 24th as well, about a couple minutes later. So it's a relatively recent current situation going on. Window Rock, Arizona. A Navajo Nation governing committee called on the Navajo Nation president to address concerns and issues about ICE raids in Arizona and neighboring states amidst reports of nation members being detained. Now, if you don't know what being detained is or what it means to be detained, let's go to a definition and see what it means. Okay, so the definition of being detained is to keep someone from proceeding or to hold back. It's past tense, detained, past participle, detained. Okay, but it means to keep someone from proceeding or hold back. And then down here, which I think relates more to what's being done out here in Arizona, it says to keep someone in official custody, typically for questioning about a crime or in politically sensitive situations. Definition. And then the example here, it says she was detained without trial for 2 years. So you can be detained and not even have a trial. You can be held by officials in official custody, typically for questioning about a crime or in politically sensitive situations. And you got to remember, we're dealing with political parties. Native Americans are political parties. These different nations out here are a political party. Okay? That's what we're dealing with. So let's get on back to this article. It says, according to the Nabikiati committee, several concerns were reported by Navajo citizens and state officials. Raids have led to increased fear and anxiety among tribal members in urban areas who have difficulties with documentation, officials said. Our people are reaching out to us directly, and their needs are urgent. This is what the Navajo Nation Council speaker, Crystalline Curley, says, we must act swiftly to ensure their safety and well-being. Our constituents are depending on us for solutions. Constituents. Again, what is a constituent? Let's look at that definition. So the dictionary definition of constituent right here says a member of constituency. And the similes, or things that are similar, is a voter or an elector or a member of an electorate or a member of a constituency. These are members. Members are being detained, not family. Members. Okay? This is a group. This is a political group. And their members are being detained due to their lack of citizenship, of documentation. Right? What is a constituency? Let's see what that means. A constituency. A constituency or constituencies is a body of voters in a specified area who elect a representative to a legislative body. An area whose voters elect a representative to a legislative body. A body of customers or supporters. Customers or supporters. So these aren't citizens. These are customers. Supporters. Without documentation. Let's get back to the article. Curley also urged the executive branch to issue protocols for tribal members living off reservation. The Nabikiyati Committee agreed to move forward with emergency legislation in an effort to help those impacted by raids. They also committed to ensuring swift access to identification for Navajo citizens. Okay? So, the executive branch. They said they reached out to the president. So they have a president. This political party, this political government has a president. This native party has a president. So let's see who their president is that they're reaching out to. So when we ask who is the current president of the Navajo Nation, the Navajo president is Boo Nygren. Boo Nygren. He collaborates with the federal, state, and tribal. Okay? So let's see who Boo Nygren, the Navajo Native American, Boo Nygren. Let's see who he is. President Boo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the president of the Navajo Nation, the Honorable Boo Nygren. All right. So, Nygren, that's a very interesting last name. When we look up his last name, we should see that it should have some type of indigenous ties to the land, right? I mean, these are supposed to be Indians by blood, correct? So, let's see where Mr. Nygren, his last name, where his origins stem from. So we ask here, what is the origins of the last name Nygren? And according to AI, says here that the last name Nygren is of Swedish origin, derived from the words ny, meaning new, and grin, meaning branch, new branch. So he's a new branch in the executive branch of the Navajo Nation. So Mr. Nygren, Swedish origin, essentially translating to new branch, making it an ornamental name signifying a fresh start or lineage with a family tree. Whoa. So his last name signifies, in Swedish, signifies a fresh start or lineage within a family tree. Now, we've been through last names. I've gone through those before on this channel, and you guys can look up that video. We did not see Nigrin as a current or past Indigenous name that's tied to this land. And we see here, it is indeed, in fact, of Swedish origin, and its meaning is rather interesting. It signifies a fresh start or lineage within a family tree. What people do you know need a fresh start or a new lineage, a fresh lineage within their family tree? What people do you normally know come or go to different places or seek a fresh start or new lineage? Okay, I'm not gonna harp on it too much. Those who know. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get into this article. Let's wrap it up here. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. Senator Teresa Hattathlai. Man, these last names, right? Senator Teresa Hattathlai shared another alarming incident. She reported a case about a Navajo citizen being detained for 9 hours. The incident supports those urging the need for emergency protocols. Hattathlai stressed that many tribal members struggle with documentation. Wait. Many tribal members struggle with documentation, which was worsened under the recent ICE sweeps. She said it is unacceptable. It is unacceptable for our people to be detained because their tribal documents are not recognized. Their tribal documents are not recognized. So the government is basically saying that their paperwork has no power in the jurisdiction of this country. Speaker Curley added, "This injustice must come to an end." Along with the emergency legislation, the committee stressed the need for more collaboration between state and federal governments, including other tribal nations. To support this effort, plans include a toll-free hotline, community outreach to educate citizens on their rights, and legal support for those affected by ICE ICE actions. So, it's interesting. Trying to see how you can educate citizens on their rights when their rights or their documents stating that they have rights are not recognized within the jurisdiction of this nation. So, anyway. Navajo tribal members impacted by ICE raids are encouraged to contact the Navajo Nation Human Rights Commission office at that number. Okay? So, man, very interesting, right? So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Like I said, this was a very, very interesting article here. And like I said, I'm not one to, stir up trouble with the natives. Although, a lot of them, well, I wouldn't even say a lot of them, a few of them that are on some pretty prominent platforms, uh, they utilize those very few utilize their platforms to degrade us and to call us out of our names, and you know basically hate us for who we truly are. And I have a problem with those few. But with that being said, I'm not one to praise a downfall or praise an oppression of any people, because we as copper colored Aborigines, as indigenous people, as the original Americans in the true sense of the word, according to the 1828 Webster Dictionary, us the American Indians, we have experienced a lot of oppression and you know disadvantages and wrongdoings by the hands of this government. So with that being said, we understand as Aborigines how the system works. We've been dealing with this system for a long time now. So it's time for all of us, particularly our people, and it's time for us to start standing on business. We understand when we say that the American Indian and the Native American are not the same. And that's why I tell my Nijis, my people, do not mistake the two. American Indian and Native American are completely different. American Indians are a people, an original people, belonging to and having origins to the Americas. Native American is a member of a political party. Okay? Know the difference. Know the difference and stand on business. That's why I say genealogy is key. Genealogy is key. Know who you are. Have your documents in order. Okay? Because that's one thing that a lot of Native Americans do not have, unfortunately, are birth certificates. Simple things as birth certificates. And the Bureau of Indian Affairs and their respective nations, they deal with the paperwork and stuff. But as you can see, documents don't be documenting sometimes, and especially when it comes to being off of the reservation. So really be careful, be vigilant, be alert, and understand what you are claiming to be. All right? That's to my people. Same thing goes with the whole Black and African American thing. We are not from Africa. Our skin color is not black. We are not members of a group. We are not people belonging to a group in Africa. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, just look up the Standard Form 181. Type in Standard Form 181, race and ethnicity, and look at what it means to be Black and African American. All on the same line, has the same definition. We are not members of a group belonging to Africa. We are American Indians. Those who know. We have been reclassified in order for our identities to be suppressed, in order for our birthright citizenship to be in question. When we declassify ourselves and stand on who we truly are. We are part of this land. We are part of the original people who have origins in North, Central, and South America. We stand on that. If you're on this channel and you're watching, that means you stand on it too. All right? So with all that being said, I wish nothing but, the best as far as their safety goes. I mean, this is, a very, very, as interesting as it is, I do not like to see others being oppressed. I don't like to see others, being put in situations that, they are not aware of. So I hope they get their stuff together, their things in order. And yeah, as far as we go, hey, stop giving these haters out here. And it's not all Native American people. I have nothing against Native American people who belong, the individuals who belong to these parties. I have no problem with the individuals that belong to these parties. Okay, I have a problem with the system, the system as a whole. When it comes to the Nativist Party, when it comes to the United States government, and I have a problem with the system, not its people. Okay, just putting that out there. And those who have a problem, those individuals that do have a problem with us claiming who we are and us standing on who we are, hey, don't give them no energy. Do not give them any energy, because as you can see, they have a fight on their own. They need to worry about their own business. So if they ain't gonna stay out of ours, and that's the reason why, because they got so much going on that they want to come out of themselves and they want to get up in our business. They want to deflect on their business, and they want to get all up in our business and see what we're doing. And they're not the only ones. It's a lot of people from different groups, from different ethnicities, everywhere around the world. You're gonna have those haters that's always trying to deflect their business and get in ours. But don't give them any energy. All right, let them fight their own fight. For my Niji sisters out there, stay on vacation. This ain't y'all fight. To my brothers out there, hey, take a note from the ladies, man. Just throw your hands up and let's just worry about building our house. All right, let's get our house in order. Let's take care of our families. Let's do our genealogy. Let's stand on our business. Let's focus on us. All right. So I say I don't really like going into politics and talking about the different parties and everything like that. Let them do them. But I just wanted to bring this to y'all attention, because it's a lot of things moving and shaking, and it's not going to stop here. If they've been coming after us since the beginning. So, this should be no surprise that they're now coming after them. And at the same time, we need to keep our eyes open and get our own house in order. All right? So, do what you want with this. I'm going to leave that there. I'm dropping the mic. This is Chief Steve signing off. Tatakista, I cherish you all from the bottom of my heart. Make sure you guys like this video. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell as well. So whenever I drop these videos or have any posts in the community, you guys will be the first ones to see them and check them out. All right. Yo, Koki, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.